I thought this was going to be more interesting and cool than spooky, but I'm not mad. I just...
Copyright disclaimer.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Bill. This is Trying to Stand, where I try new things in pop culture because I've been living under a rock. So I've seen the name Jack Stauber show up once or twice in the comments, and it's always been kind of on my radar. This kept getting recommended to me in my algorithms, which I don't know what that says about me and what I watch. I just decided, why not? Let's check it out, and if people are interested, I'll do another video about Jack Stauber, either about the music or another project. Who knows? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe, ring the bell, blah, blah, blah. Gaming channel in the description, merch store in the description, and resources should you or someone you know need them. Mental health crisis lines, Trevor Project resources, things like that. This is a very disturbing, and I was not prepared for it. It's dark, it's a lot. The things I'll be talking about might be a lot. And yeah, links in the description, whether you want to keep watching the video or not. We'll be cutting to my initial reactions and responses in just a minute, then back here to the studio for the thinky parts, the review, the theories, the things I noticed. There's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot, and I thought this was gonna be more of a, ooh, cool, creepy, coralighty. It's fine. I choose to go into these things unprepared. That's just the way of the beast. God. Oh yeah, and the music slaps. Tell me, why does it sound so easy to breathe on TV?
I don't know anything about this, and my air conditioner made a weird noise. I'm a little scared. That's bad for you. Is it a musical? What happened? Yeah, no, I want to go home. Serial killer lever. Oh, the compressed footage is so cool. Don't look at me. Don't look at her.
We see you, pull your troubles and miles away.
I don't believe you. Please be okay. Oh no. Yay, food is fun. Are you... Why are you sweating? No. Oh my, don't touch the eyes. Yeah, good night. That transition was cool. Maybe deal with your haunted house before you look at the other one. Maybe deal with your haunted house. Kiss the house. Okay. Is it haunted? Pay attention to what's going on at home and not... Okay. Ah! Did you go in or go home? In. Ah!
Claire, is that you?
Yes.
I need you to bring me my cigarettes.
No. Oh. Oh! What? Were you eating spaghetti? Please tell me you're eating spaghetti.
Tell me.
What?
Sounds so easy to breathe.
Yeah, no thank you. I like your singing voice.
Sing to me.
Oh my god. That's a Silent Hill villain. Is it about addiction? Oh, the lungs. The song sounds great. But I want to go home.
You're not Claire.
Bye. Yeah, run. No, outside, kiddo.
Hey,
Huh.
just gonna walk by without saying hello?
Goodbye.
Against that. Never mind. Sorry.
Are you talking to yourself?
I mean, my skin is sometimes, but what?
What is up with your voice?
Everybody's so mad at me. Like, I'm growing though. Like, wow.
They turn me down, now I live my nightmare.
I don't do eyes good. Stop. External and internal addiction? Welcome to the family, son.
Claire, we need to be in person today, huh?
How do you know her name? No, Claire's the...
I forgive every single one of you.
What? No.
Good night.
Thanks. Me. You want some chapstick?
Mama needs a little girl to lighten up.
What? What is... Oh my god. What is happening?
Our adversaries are in denial.
Is this the same house?
You're just like me.
No?
See?
And this is your room? What? She was imagining the beginning. What? No, no. Oh my God. Yeah, this isn't real. Boop. Like, goddamn. Oh, kiddo. Holy shit. Well, we'll talk about it. What the? That poor kid.
Just like all my videos and things that I do, I highly recommend you support the thing I talk about directly. I'll link the original short in the description and all that good stuff. This just really caught my eye. And again, so did Jack Stauber's name. If you want me to do more, support this video. Like, share, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. We went over that. I'm stalling. The more I think about it, the more upsetting and dark it gets. And yet this is still a conversation that's so limited in reality, let alone in our entertainment. I don't want my terror to be misconstrued as don't tell these stories. It's just, oh no, I don't want a real person or a fictitious one. I don't like seeing pain. There's something still very important about talking about these things, especially when we start to realize the reality of not Opal, but Claire. I guess overall thoughts, I do still highly recommend this short. If you're a fan of scary and or this style of animation, I highly recommend it. It's a lot to digest and take in. It really tickles my brain of wanting to unearth the mystery and like look at the little details and things. So I do obviously highly recommend it. I've rewatched this a lot. That intro tells you everything you need to know if you know what to look for, even with just the dad being frozen in spot and then turning to like kind of activate and come alive towards the camera, towards you, towards Opal, Claire. I realized I had to double check it. It's the same pose that he's in the billboard that Claire goes to create Opal's world to escape from her reality. It's the same pose. So it literally starts with the billboard coming to life. So this is definitely a cycle, and the story already does a really good job at affirming that this is a constant thing and not just a weird Tuesday. Like it's a dysfunctional family. I'm trying my best to also word this kindly for YouTube rules. Thanks a lot. I didn't notice until like the third time I watched this because I was just taking so many notes and noticing little things. The opening with the music and the dun 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 dun, like that eerie and then that sudden sharp fanfare-esque kind of musical moment. It's cutting in and out of everyone else's delusions and realities. We're starting to see everyone's vices and what they reach for through that eerie, empty, hollow, creepy feeling into the bright, colorful delusions. It's every adult's escape and vice as we immediately transition into Claire's escape. I thought for a minute it was UFOs and like the family was aliens or something and the little girl was kidnapped. I wish I had said them more as I was watching it. I had a lot of different theories on where this was going right off the bat. I thought the lights were UFOs. That's the billboard lighting. That's really cool and kind of creepy to think about. I thought this was going to be about the little girl's relationship with food or lack thereof. Everyone's cheering that she's holding a burger. Also, she doesn't eat the burger, and that kind of sent me into a different direction. And now I realize Claire might not know what to do with a burger other than it makes everyone happy. Happiness means dancing. They see her, they're acknowledging her, something that we'll see through all the neglect in her family when she returns to reality unknowingly. Literal dialogue of just general atta girls, we see you Opal in the opening song. First time through I thought, oh, this is fake because this is an experiment. Again, I thought they were aliens. Like, I don't know. I think I just wanted this to be a little more fun and silly than it was. There's also a moment where we see Opal's eyes open and whatever the reverse is of there's no place like home, I thought she had just stopped crying. You see that moment with the lens of rewatching the short that she's stepping into the world, and it's those little details that make rewatches so dense and palpable. I really love it. It's also interesting to see that it's not her family telling her not to go to the house. It's Claire's own subconscious. It's not her dad being nervous of being exposed, it's her subconscious trying to stop her. And then when Opal does escape her fake house to go back to reality, the lights turn on. I'm assuming it's supposed to be the billboard because this is when reality hits, right? So that's real. The light is real. The sound that goes off, it's like an alarm. It's like the last defense in her mind before re-entering the home. It scares her. It was the first like jump scare. There's an eerie, ghosty presence. Like it's like her brain is trying to stop her from returning. I keep wanting to say Opal. As Claire enters the house, we see Grandpa, who is blind and watching a TV that isn't working. He accuses her of previously trying to hide her cigarettes, and that really hit home because I've done that to family members as a child and gotten in a lot of trouble. I flushed them in the toilet. And this is the first time we see someone, it's so cleverly done to where it doesn't feel like cheating, how he seems to be blind. You even get the confirmation when his glasses fall off that like he has like cataracts or something. His eyes are cloudy. So there is something up with his vision. And then being blocked by the mirror, and then the mom being inebriated, we'll say. All these are feasible reasons to excuse the fact that people think she's Claire, but oh, she's definitely not. Oh wait, but she is. This short does a really good job at playing fair. I didn't feel cheated into a twist. There's something about that I really appreciate. It's not, oh, come on, it'd be easy to cheat. Speaking of easy, Easy to Breathe shouldn't slap. Why does that song go so hard? It is stuck in my head. It's disturbing, but I really like that song. And it's interesting kind of articulating the selective powerlessness of not dealing with your addictions, not dealing with your health concerns, escaping into the TV, and then also kind of talking about like the salesman element of it, like a trapped consumer. It's also weirdly reminiscent of Opal or Claire and the window in the billboard. Kind of sets it up in this creepy way as you start to see the pieces of influence that the adults have had in her life. It's hard to talk about because spoiler alert, I'm not a therapist. I feel like I need to disclaim that at some point. It's the internet and it's the internet. I like analyzing stories. I'm not certified to analyze people. As the grandfather is both stuck watching TV and feels like he's being attacked by the salesman, but also the smoking, it's like, yeah, there is something to be said about the commercialism and the way that cigarettes is sold to you. Considering the era that Grandpa probably grew up in, there's something to be said about the marketing behind nicotine, as well as indulging too aggressively in the escapism and the vices. There's something really interesting there. That song just had no business going that hard. Grandpa falls down, Opal runs off. We then see Dad, who's surrounded by mirrors, and instead of having this external addiction, his is internal. Being so self-absorbed, but then also alluding to, especially in the song, that there's a reason for his obsession with his looks. They turn me down, now I live my nightmare. It's not explicitly said what turned him down or who, but it could be a job. I wondered for a minute if it was unemployment. So he's obsessed with his appearance and how he dresses, and yet he also takes opportunities. He says something about like Opal's ankles. He's tearing her down. He's insulting her to make himself feel better. Seeing how his obsession keeps him stuck in this room, which I didn't realize until the second time watching it. There's a toilet behind him. He's stuck in the bathroom. It's a big ass bathroom, but he's like stuck, trapped in the bathroom, surrounded by these mirrors. He's kind of neglectful of everything else. The mirror breaks because the grandpa falls over and Opal runs off. He talks about how the mirror breaking makes him feel, not asking what happened, what's wrong. Grandpa fell, is he okay? Nothing. And the music is so good in this. There's something in the upbeat nature of the song that the dad sings at like, it feels delusional. It feels like a forced smile, something he even talks about, like showing the world with a grin. Oh, the teeth. It's a lot. And then we get to Mom. By no means is anyone worse or better than the others. Per a standard story structure, these do escalate to the climax, right? Mom is like definitely the most complex. It's like I said, if the grandpa is mostly external and the dad is mostly internal, she's this horrible blending of both. And talking about how dependent she is on having a little girl hold her to stabilize her. It's very disturbing. The mom almost apologizes. She almost says, I feel terrible about what happened, stops herself and says, I just feel terrible. She sees herself as the victim too. I forgive every single one of you. You and I don't live, we survive. We don't know much about the family or what happened. We see shots of a 911 call at one point. Her song is very frightening. It has this like warped, sick lullaby kind of feeling to it. The vocals have this almost like swayed, slurring kind of nature to it that's like really creepy. We see this like mad dash of visuals, and I'm wondering if she did something that changed the dad's appearance. I don't know. They're all awful. So I'm not trying to paint just the mom as the problem. I don't know. There's this like strange connection she's trying to make to Opal while also trying to hold herself up as the prime victim and the one who goes through the most, which is really gross. Like any type of trauma or experience is not a competition. Our adversaries are in denial, and you are your own worst enemy, ma'am. So yeah, she's right. And then as Opal barely escapes the clutches of the mom, runs up into the attic, the window that she's been staring at, she finally gets up there, sees an empty bed with a nightgown, and I think it's the same nightgown that the mom wears, implying that they're matching? She is also doing the same thing as everyone else, so it's like kind of she's taking on the worst of her family. The cycle is continuing. She doesn't even get the luxury of a TV or vices. She's just staring at a billboard. Like, it's kind of the degradation, the siphoning, it's kind of deteriorating down to just looking out at a billboard and just going, that, just give me that. A room where people are happy. Seeing that realization hit her and like the expressiveness in everyone's faces, but especially that moment where it just all sinks in and we see that billboard. And also, your troubles are miles away. Well, exit 22, 9 miles. In this delusion, she's 9 miles away at Opal's Burgers. And as that realization kind of sinks in, she starts to see her face in her family. She is her grandfather's eyes because she sees for him, presumably getting him his cigarettes or helping him with the TV or whatever. She's the mirror that her father stares into. He's projecting his insecurities onto her. He's not even looking at her, he's just looking at himself. She's an object to him. She also sees herself as a pill her mother takes, something to numb the pain, something for her to focus her energies elsewhere or blame her problems on. She just like snaps, screams, and we start to see the walls move, and it's like super cool, but like awful. And then pop, she's back in the delusion. The shades are drawn. We see you, Opal. Your troubles are miles away. And then to kind of cement which one is real and which one isn't, it's so necessary to this, because I thought the street was the dream, and it was like, oh, like, you know, be grateful for the things you have and the burger in front of you. No, it's that final scene of like panning through the opening song reprise, and we kind of pan out and we go through her brain. The family is banging on the door and it pans out. There's no neighbors. They're so isolated. All it does is just solidify the house is real. We see you, Opal isn't. Just so you don't get away with telling yourself, oh, it was all a dream. It cements that point of view so well. I don't know. It freaks me out. This came out, I guess, Halloween of 2020 on Adult Swim. This would have like kept me up. The haunted house at the start of the story, that's her house. These monsters are her family. The true horror story is her reality. As you're going through that revelation for the first time with Opal or Claire, when it hits for Claire, when that reality is hitting for you, the audience, it sinks in your gut. Again, I really like it. I'd recommend it to people who I know like this kind of thing. If you were kind of like me going, oh, something fun and kind of creepy, maybe it's kind of like Nightmare Before Christmas or Coraline or Wendell and Wild. No, a warning ahead of time, I think, is great. I don't like getting a little darker from this, but I think it's important to talk about. It re-solidifies that fear of, if there's a situation, the therapy fairy isn't just going to show up. Hopefully someone who can recognize it and do something and knows what to do can help in some way. It leaves you in that same sense of helplessness. It's frightening because it's real. Again, links in the description should you or someone you don't need them. And I appreciate not shying away from it. Like it doesn't give you a lot of information. It gives you enough, and it doesn't sugarcoat it. There's the details that I think you can pick up for yourself, but it's very direct. I don't know. It does make me want to check out more of Jack Stauber's stuff. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Jack Stauber's Opal. Opal, I did it again. Those are some of my thoughts on Jack Stauber's Opal. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, ring the bell, blah 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 YouTube words. My gaming channel where I stream twice a week, Build Chill Gaming, is linked in the description. Next to my merch store, you can pick up some merch, donate there, donate here with a super thanks. Speaking of all the crap to support me in the description, don't forget to support yourself. Just like every video and stream that I do, there's a link there to a card that will send you to resources for social awareness, mental health, crisis lines, Trevor Project resources, should you or someone you know need them. I'm sorry I've been a little inconsistent lately. I've been working on some bigger videos. I hope that you enjoy them when they come out. I hope everyone's staying safe. Hope to see you next time I upload or go live. Grab a mask if you're going out. Be mindful of others. And remember to take care of yourselves, please.